Hi. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jessica, and I am a sex educator and the founder of You and Sex, which is an online program where I talk about sex and everything sex related. I entered this world of sex in 2017, where I met my now very close friend Carol, who is a psychosexual therapist, and I would have long conversations with her where I didn't know whether I was going to be putting my biscuits and my drink down or picking up the pad and the pen, because I just didn't realise how much I didn't know. So as a woman juggling self-employment, around kids, around a husband who worked away a lot of the time, plus being plus size myself, sex always was a topic of wonder for me. Don't get me wrong, I love sex, but I never really truly took the time to understand it, because I never knew that there was really something to understand. So stories I would hear would seem way out of my league, especially now that I was a mum. Being plus size, I was stereotyped into feeling unsexy and stuck with one or two positions. And then, of course, there's the frustrations that we always felt when one or other of you isn't in the mood. And then it came about talking about sex, or we tend to, not talk about sex particularly publicly, and in the line of work and doing this work and sex education, I found that quite a lot, and I think you'll probably find that other sex educators and coaches and sexual therapists will tell you exactly the same thing if you were to ask them, because we aren't meant to talk about sex, and in fact we don't even really talk about sex in our own relationships, and I always thought I did. And I found it really interesting when it came to light. Things like, really simply, how I didn't communicate completely openly with my husband. So how I never told him that I prefer more pressure on, the left side of my vulva and the right side is sensitive. And if he ever, drifted to the right, I would just grit my teeth and just let that pass rather than saying anything. So the reason for this video, on a cold January, I was talking to a friend and a business coach, and we're throwing up ideas on how to launch my online programs. More on that will come later. But the talk came up with about a summit, and well, let's just say my tummy dropped. There was definitely some fear around it, but it was also really lit me up, and it was really exciting to think about it, because how amazing would it be to bring together a group of sex professionals, sex related professions, and have an open, honest conversation about all kinds of topics that we can bring to you in in the comfort of your own homes. Over the last few months, how much have we spent learning how to do this and get comfort and learn, when we're in our own spaces. And I didn't want to do this over a podcast or over a really long period of time. I wanted to do this over sort of, really give like a taster's and information. And so, this summit is 10 hours long that I will be launching. It's half-hour slots full of straightforward discussion, takeaways, and all on topics around desire and body confidence, relationships, communication, self-care, and also it allows me to introduce some of the other perhaps more taboo topics and kinks to an audience who probably haven't thought about it before. So this is all about where you can drop in and out over the afternoon and evening and get a glimpse into my world and see why I'm so passionate about it. So the summit is called Having the Talk, which was born on that cold January morning, and I would love for you to join me. So where and when and how? So it will be streaming live on YouTube starting at 1 p.m. on Wednesday the 28th of April. I will be releasing details of speakers and more over the coming weeks. They'll be dropped into my social media channels and hopefully into your inboxes, so please keep an eye on that. I'm just going to finish off with then saying, this is where I need you, and I need a little bit of your help. So I mentioned already how the topic of sex is taboo. And unfortunately, with a lot of social bots, they take control and can stop content. Now, YouTube is absolutely the best of the bunch, but not infallible. So if you're interested and you want to hear more and you want to listen and be kept up to date, please, please, please grab your seat and sign up. Then should the worst happen, we'll be able to get that conversation moved somewhere else, probably Zoom, and keep it going. So thank you so much for listening. I look forward to having a talk to your computer screens.